Darren
Yeah,
Elkins versus Daniel Pineda. Darren Elkins, the damage for a reason, dude.
for a reason. This fight, when we were previewing this one, we didn't do like a full preview episode, but we're like, oh, what are we going to talk about next week? Let's look at the card. Elkins versus Pineda was one that stood out immediately, just because. When have you ever seen Pineda in a boring fight? Elkins is you don't even have to mention, but Pineda is win or lose. That guy is in some fun ass fights,
Dude,
and I want to
even
say, go
if
ahead.
if it's Elkins that's receiving the damage, but either way, it's like the perfect nickname for him.
Yeah, it really is, dude. It's like which
Every
way?
single
Who
fight's a
knows?
dogfight with this guy, man.
And did you know that Daniel Pineda, 28 wins, 100% finish rate. He's never won by decision. 28 times he's finished his opponents.
What?
That's insane, dude. That's insane.
What?
Yeah. Guillotine, uh, elbows from crucifix, uh, guillotine, knockout, guillotine, triangle, ground and pound. Like it's just he's
Wow.
never won by decision. And a lot of times you see that like 100% finish rate, but he's got like 8 fights. You know what I mean? They don't have 28 fights. Normally, when someone has 100% finish rate, they're not 30 fights. That's crazy.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. So both these guys deserve a ton of respect. And again, there's only like 4 photos of this fight, which sucks because it was fucking awesome. It
Have
was
you ever
so
seen
much fun.
Daniel Pineda's picture on Tapology? Just looks like a buff Pete Davidson. Have you ever seen that? Anyways,
Yeah.
if you guys have an opportunity, make sure you check it on Tapology because it totally
Yeah.
looks like a buff Pete Davidson. But anyways, Darren Elkins, man, uh, we know he's gonna deal a lot of damage, but also he's scrappy, coming from Team Alpha Male. How many
Mhm.
times did Pineda try to land that guillotine choke on Elkins?
So
And it
many
looked
times, dude.
deep though,
Yeah. Well, because
especially the
Elkins
first
is
one.
well, we always talk about it. It seems like everybody I think it's because of the way he shoots his takedowns, everybody thinks the guillotine's there. And also
Mm.
Pineda has a lot of wins by guillotine, 100% finish rate. And he probably is like, the head's there. But I think Elkins clearly knows that. He's a Team Alpha Male guy. They're like the kings of guillotines. You're not going to guillotine a guy from Team Alpha Male. And he's so good at shooting, probably expecting you to guillotine him because then he gets his hips, he just jumps his hips out to the side, whatever side is going to be the Von Flue side. It's like that's part of his takedown. He knows I'll get
Mm.
this takedown. They will try to guillotine me. I just need to be ready to hop my hips over and pass. And he does it over and over and over again. And it's really fucking cool to watch because it leads to so many scrambles. And he's a guy that will out scramble anybody. Anybody.
Yeah, man. And then his striking's starting to look a little better. There was this awesome combo where Pineda was coming in, he kind of blitzing, and Elkins lands like this left, and then he follows it up with the right elbow. And I was like,
Yeah.
beautiful adjustment, right? I was like, I'm watching one right now. What is this? These elbows being thrown
Speaking
right
of
up the
what is
middle?
this? What are those shoes in the background of this photo? Do they do that all the time? Do they are those like the rock shoes?
Huh.
Do they put those up everywhere?
I never
What is that?
noticed that.
What the hell?
Yeah,
What
I
the
don't know.
hell,
Maybe they
dude?
just had his shoes waiting there for him. What is
Yeah,
that?
sorry to
Shoes or
kill the
something?
momentum.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
But he gets the win. It's a dogfight. I think Pineda won round 2 probably from what I remember, but Elkins just smashed him with elbows. And they do the interview, and Elkins is all trying. Pineda's right there, like I'm gonna retire, and he's like waiting to have his moment. And Elkins is like, "Fuck yeah, me and this guy went to war." And Pineda's like, I'm not feeling that right now, dude. I'm about to retire. He like completely, like me with the shoes, he completely brought the energy down.
Oh,
But
100%, dude.
he deserves his moment, and I'm glad he got it.
You
And
know,
I'm
in The
glad Paul was there
Hangover,
too.
when Phil starts talking about the night they're gonna have, and then Alan's like, "I have something to say," and just like totally interrupts him,
Yeah,
and like just totally dude, because he was literally in the middle of the interview, and then Paul's
yeah,
like, "Oh, what? Do you have something to say, Pineda?"
yeah,
And he's like, "Yeah, retiring. I just don't. This is my last fight. Blah blah." Puts his gloves down, and Paul Felder's like, "Okay, man, thanks. Hey, so back to the fight,
yeah, dude.
Darren." And I was like, "Oh, rough."
Yeah, super rough. And to
Super rough
Ganskow's
out.
point, both should have retired, to be honest. Yeah, man, I don't know how much I wanna see of they're fun fights, it's very entertaining, but dude and
Hey,
people
did Elkins
always
sound a
say
little punchy?
he has always sounded like that, but that
Has
doesn't
he?
mean that it hasn't always been punch drunky. You know what I mean? Like, just because he sounded
Mm,
like that in his earlier career doesn't mean that he wasn't already a little CTE'd out. You know what I mean? And I mean that with no disrespect. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the guy, and I think he's super fun to watch, and I love his style. But he's also 40 years old, and it's a tough game, dude.
it is.
Tough game, and it
It is.
sucks. I say that
Especially with the
not
way he
talking
fights,
shit,
though.
dude. He's the damage. He's the damage. Like,
He's been
there's
a lot
no
of fun
other
to
way.
watch, though.
There's no other way for him to fight. That's who he is, and unfortunately, there's a toll involved with that, and that's a bummer. You know.
Mm,
It's not good to just ignore that, you know?
yeah.
It's a harsh reality of that's, like, what makes the performances so, like, great, right? Because you know the consequences of those performances. He goes out there and does it every single time. It's gets harder to want that to happen when he's 40, you know? He's
Yeah.
already given enough, in my
It's a good
opinion.
way to say it. Good way to
But
say
massive
it.
respect. Love the guy. I know he's
Same.
not from NorCal, but Team Alpha Male is NorCal, so
NorCal.
that's my boy.
Wait, he's not from. There it is. Buff Pete Davidson. I
Fucking
told you, doesn't
Rich,
he?
dude. Rich had that queued up. Yeah, I see it.
Pretty accurate, huh? Hey, everybody. Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.